Hello everyone, we are here with
Giulio?
that today in our God Local achieved a perfect score in Swiss tournament.
Yes, I did 5-0, bringing chaos control.
Wow, let's get listed.
So, the big three, no explanation required. For the flip, we have 2 Degos to give a little boost to the deck. 2 Moth, level 1, works great with the metamorphosis, recycle important power spells. Thunder Dragon, Kaiku, just 1. It's pretty useful against a lot of decks. Sometimes it's dead, so I don't want to overdo. And in case if I really need it, I have the second in the side. Breaker, Tsukuyomi, no explanation needed in this kind of deck. Sangan, and another level 1 for the target of metamorphosis. And then we have Tribe Infecting Virus and the Warrior Lady, which is a Swiss Army knife kind of card because you can use it in very different situations.
Quite a lot of monsters.
Yeah, there are almost 20 to 5...
19 actually.
7, 19, yeah. I've never found to be like too many, but... Trinity, only 1 book, because I have the Tsukuyomi, I have this one, and I don't want to have too many cards that do the same thing in certain spot. Snatch, Sword of Revealing Light, because right now in the God format meta, so to speak, aggressive decks are showing up in big numbers, especially Earth aggro. So you gotta have the one card that you have the dot and everything, but you gotta have one more card that protects you from this kind of deck. Then I have MST, Storm, Voltex that someone might not like, but I think it's a very good card right now against Warrior, against Earth aggro. Even in the mirror match, or if you get a Reasoning Gate, in the mirror match is very nice because if you can remove all the monsters like the goats and also like a terror of your opponent, it's very, very strong. Nobleman, of course, 2 Upstart, 3 Morph, 3 Metamorphosis, and 3 Scapegoat. Because I think that what this deck does is summon terror or any other powerful push monster to resolve a difficult situation or to make the best of every situation that you can. So it is really important for me to play 3 and 3. If you don't see them together, it's a bit bricky, but you have to see it. You could play like an extra move, but I think that this, especially considering now again all the Earth aggro that we see here at the local, it's almost a must to have 3 notes. And then I have for the traps Ring, 2 Degree, and Torrential. I used to play 3 Degree and then I moved to 2 Degree and 1 Torrential because again too many aggressive decks, so you gotta have the 1 card more to protect yourself. And I prefer Torrential to Mirror Force because it's more versatile. Sometimes you can do Torrential right away. Mirror Force, if they do like Breaker or something else, it's dead. This one...
the infamous Sinister Torrential.
Exactly, yeah. And then you can do that to clear the board.
Yeah.
Which is always good.
Okay, tell us about the matchups.
You want to see side?
Oh, okay, that's fine.
And then we finish this and then we do. So for the side I have 2 Kuribo, because for no reason in the world I want to lose against Reasoning Gate or like crazy combo decks, because it's something that I detest, that I hate like there's no tomorrow. 1 for Barn, the Wombato. I already have played 2 Degree. I have many cards that can like tame the problem, so 1 I think it's enough, and then you can play this if this Barn. This one to double down on Graveyard Reliant decks. This one against Gorilla Berserk. Jinzo, especially against Chaos or Warrior. Mobius, especially against like Barn, Stall Barn, Warrior, Smashing Ground, Warrior, Aggro, and some other instance. So release, because sometimes for a long time I played 3 mind control, but then if they resolve and then you get a Sangan, a Sinister, people now are playing Garna, so I prefer to use this. I never used it, I never got to resolve it, so maybe I may change it, I don't know. To walk for the barn, for the time as well. To Messenger of Peace, because it's a card that I'm trying right now against aggressive decks, because you can, whenever you feel comfortable letting it go, you can let it go and then attack, try to resolve something. A break and a mirror force that I usually side against decks that don't use a lot of traps or they run degree, so there's no point of running degree. And also you may use it against Warrior if you go second, because if you have 2 degree and then they go dust breaker, they're dead cards, so maybe might as well have something that does something rather than not allowing your opponent to do something else. I'll show you the side.
This was the side, yes?
The extra deck.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got, of course, the 3000 restrict, the Dragoness, Darkfire, and then I have all the level 5 Fin School Dragon. I think is the less summon monster in every Chaos Control extra deck. River on the Nightmare, which is one of my favorite cards to summon, especially if you have like Sword and Degree and you can just attack and like it avoids destruction. It does direct damage every time, and you can discard a card in moments when the opponent is trying to stall you. If you can resolve this and remove cards from his hand, it's very strong. Balter, that I should play the second, I don't know what it is. It's one of the most of the strongest cards you can summon. If you have like Degree and this one against like Chaos Turbo, it's very strong. Dark Blade, which is very strong because if you can just like attack and remove 3 monsters, it can be very deadly for your opponent. Ryu Senshi, which I don't normally summon a lot because having Degree up most of the time, it's quite redundant. This one that is here just because it's first edition. Ojama King, which is very good against Barn. If you get to summon this and you lock their zone with like monster that they cannot get rid of, you can stall and then win. I won a match on DB with this the other day. No, this one, and this one never summon. This one only if you get if you do snatch.
Snatch Sebastian.
Exactly, and this one if you do like PLS, Metamorphosis, yeah, this one is quite handy actually. So before we move to the matchup, I want to say that the list, it's heavily inspired, there's a few changes, but the main, like 90% of it comes from a video that the God Community Italia published a few months ago with Mario Bianchi and another member of the team, which you can see over there in the video. And then I played the 5 match. I won all of them. The first one was against Bazoo Return. They played Dimension Fusion and no the Return from Different Dimension. The second match I won against you.
Against the cameraman, yes.
With a very annoying zombie deck, like control style zombie deck. Third round I won against Graziano, who was playing the Chaos Turbo with 2 Garners instead of the Spice, which he says that I copied it from him and I say that he copied it from me, we'll never know. And then 4th round I played against a Warrior with Samuele, who won the last local last Tuesday. And then for the 5th round I won against Reasoning Gate, especially by knowing the cards in the deck of my opponent, because if you can snipe the level of the card that they have left, and then they are like with 1-2 cards and can do anything, you win. And always you need to have Kuribo, it's the best card in the game, because everybody has to lose to Reasoning Gate. That's it. Shout out to all the guys that come here every Tuesday. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of big tournaments coming up with different prizes and all that. Hopefully we can make a big, say, circuit here also in south of Italy. But we'll tell you more soon. Bye bye.
Bye, don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya!